Alright guys, part 5. So, Lily's feats. Her love-based sacrifice protected Harry, a magical act so pure it baffled Voldemort. Known for exceptional natural ability and creativity with spells. Comparison, Lily was more instinctively gifted. Hermione is more academically brilliant. Lily's magic comes naturally. Hermione's came through restless study and precision, which is kind of weird because they're both like muggle-born witches, but I guess every muggle-born is different and stuff of how they work. Other legendary witches of Rowena Ravenclaw, founder of Hogwarts, renowned for her wisdom and creativity. I'm going to jump past this. But there's now a table. Which type of brilliance and edge over Hermione? Ravenclaw is a foundational genius, inventive centuries ahead of her time. McGonagall is technological master, experience in dueling power. Lily Evans is naturally talented and emotional magic, more instinctive magic. Hermione Granger, academic brilliance, versatility, deepest theoretical understanding of her generation. So when people call Hermione the brightest witch of her age, they mean she's the most intelligent and capable witch of her generation, though others before her might have been equally or even more remarkable in their own ways. Even though Hermione is considered the brightest witch of her age, are Luna Lovegood and Ginny Weasley on par with her? So this is kind of the final thing that we're going to talk about. Excellent follow-up. It's a really insightful one because it gets at how different kinds of intelligence and talent exist in the Harry Potter world. Hermione being the brightest witch of her age doesn't mean Luna or Ginny are any less special. It just means Hermione excels academically and intellectually. Luna and Ginny have different strengths that complement Hermione's, even if they don't match her in the book learning or theory. I would also like to point out the quote that I use a lot from the show of Yu-Gi-Oh! GX of knowing how a card works and knowing how to use a card are two different things. Granted, while Hermione is very book smart and tries to use very logical aspects of her life, knowing how a spell works and how to use a spell are two different things. We don't necessarily see her necessarily practicing all the spells when we get to the 5th book, and when we see her using fundamental spells such as Stupefying, Expelliarmus, not advanced spells. So yeah, she may be book smart, but is she actually smart enough to use those spells? We don't know. We never see her practice or win in a duel. And yes, she does change Harry's face in the 7th book, but sometimes fundamental spells are better. If you're too flashy, eventually you can mess up. That's why I called her bullshit with nonverbal spells later on and everything, because we never see her practice that. But yeah, this is part 5, and then we're going to break down Ginny and everyone else. But let me know your thoughts, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Hit that like button, smash that subscribe button, and let me know your thoughts on Hermione's character so far, on her intellect, and everything else compared to other witches.